Well, let's go ahead and get started with gentle fitness today. So take a nice comfortable position on your chair with your hips way back and your spine tall. We're going to check in with some mindfulness and breathing to start off today, just to create that space between the workday and the rest of your day. So if you're comfortable, go ahead and close your eyes and just start to notice your breath. And as you inhale, expand the lower belly. And as you exhale, let the belly fall in towards the spine. And if you can, lengthen your breath out a little longer, especially on the exhale. And if your mind starts to wander, then just notice it and gently bring your awareness back to your breath. Just notice your feet planted on the floor. Just notice how that feels. Moving up your legs to where your thighs, your hips meet the chair. Just notice the weight, the support that you get. Notice the natural small arch in the lower back. Notice how you're holding your shoulders. And if you find any slouching, maybe just gentle correction to the posture. And then lengthening all the way up through the neck, through the top of your head. And then let yourself be aware of your entire body all at once. Let's bring our hands together at our hearts. And then release your hands and open your eyes. All right, let's start to add a little movement here. I think we could have just nodded off there. So let's scoot forward a little bit on your chair so that you can keep a tall spine. We're gonna start, today is going to be more mobility in your upper spine and then deep core activation, waking your core up. So let's take an inhale, send the thumbs back, lift the heart, look up, and exhale, reach forward, round through the back. And let's do a few more like that. Last one right here. And then release the hands. All right, just gentle ear to shoulder, side to side. Just noticing how that feels. And then chin to chest, up and down. And let's take hands behind the head, interlace the fingers. Spine lifts tall, push your shoulders down away from the ears, and then pull your ribs in. Okay, we're gonna twist to the left, dip the left elbow, come back up, twist again, dip, come back up, and twist. Okay, back to the center, let's go the other way, twist, dip, lift, twist, dip, lift, and twist. And back to the center. Go ahead and release the arms. We're gonna do some heel lifts, so just push down through the toes as you lift the heels up and down. And then see if you can get engagement in all 10 toes. You know, that feeling where we did earlier of noticing your whole body at once. See if you can notice all 10 toes at once. Okay, we're gonna move up to standing and do basically the same thing with the feet, but now you've got your body weight involved. So let's just put hands on the front of the hips, and we're gonna lift the heels, and the knees just come forward. So we're not getting any taller, just lifting heels and knees move forward. Now if it bothers your knees at all, then by all means go straight up and down instead of lifting. Okay, now we're gonna see if we can hold it. So lift and hold. Okay, take arms out. Get a little balance, see if you can engage your core here, and then little up and down pulses, little tiny ones. 3, 2, 1. Okay, good job. All right, we're gonna take, let's take both arms up. We're gonna step right and reach left. So now we're getting some lateral movement in the upper spine. Let's do 2 more like this. Okay, we're gonna step the other way now. Step and reach. All right, go ahead and release the arms, a few shoulder rolls, just to kind of release that tension we built because we're putting our arms above our head again. Okay, arms come up, but keep the shoulders relaxed so elbows can stay a little bent. We're gonna take feet together, anchor your feet down and get your spine tall, engaging through the core, and then we're gonna lean to the left as you lift the right leg. So this is balance and core stability. Let's do the same direction. And if you want, you can try and hold a little longer. Let's do 2 more on this side. Last one, see if you can hold it longer. Oh, almost went down. 3, 2, 1, and back up. Okay, release the arms. Let's relax the shoulders again before we do the other side. And other arm. Okay, we're gonna go the other way. So arms up, relax the shoulders down away from the ears, anchor your feet, engage your core, lean to the right, and lift the left leg. So keeping your core really tight will help you with your balance. You get to decide how far you're tilting. 2 more. Last one. And release the arms. Okay, good job. Let's do a little more warm-up mobility movement, and then we're gonna go to the floor and work on more core stability and more upper spine mobility, okay? All right, so one of my favorites is multi-directional lunges. So let's take left hand, left leg, and we're gonna step and reach. Now you can either reach like right to your knee or your shin or the floor. Okay, we're gonna do diagonal forward and then to the side. Make sure as you do these that your knee is not going over your toes, and that on the side one you push your hips back. So as we go forward, stop your knee from coming forward, and then we go back. Let's do 2 more. Last one. Okay, we're gonna go other way. Diagonal forward. Remember to stop the knee. If you find yourself having difficulty stopping the knee from going over the toes, maybe just take a longer step and not bend as much. Our goal isn't necessarily to get to the ground. 1 more each direction. And side. Okay, all right, we're gonna go to the floor now. So Your equipment consists of mat and blanket today. Move my chair out of the way. The blanket is for multiple reasons. So it can be padding for your knees if it's hard for you to be on your knees for very long. Or even if it isn't, like it's just extra padding. So if you want to use your blanket for your knees, please do so. Okay, we're going to go to wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. We're going to do some deep core activation. Okay, so spread your fingers really wide. Now, knees under hips means where your bones are, not where your flesh is, because our flesh is wider than where our bones are. Okay, all right, so nice neutral spine. That means no sagging and no rounding. Okay, we're going to slowly, barely lift the right hand off the floor. Just barely. And notice the pressure shift into the other hand. But more than that, notice how your belly tightens up like there's a belt. Okay, core stability. Now put your hand down and let everything just relax, but keep neutral spine. Okay, other hand. Lift and hold. Notice the tightening of the belly and maybe even assist a little more. Put your hand down and relax. This time, after we lift and you put your hand down, we're going to try not to let it release the belly, okay? Here we go. Lift, one hand. Once your core feels fully tightened and engaged, put your hand down, but don't relax your core muscles. So put it down, push through both hands, keep the core really tight, and you've still got to breathe. Okay, now relax. Okay, other hand lift. Hold there, add maybe a little more pulling in, drawing in. It's not sucking in, it's more drawing in. And then when you put your hand down, don't let your core release. Keep it engaged for 3 more seconds. And relax. Okay, good job. I'm going to take hips back into a child's pose. If you're comfortable with it, you can, if it hurts your knees, you can always move into this one's puppy pose. You can do that instead. Relax your head, your neck, your shoulders. Take a few deep breaths here. And then move your way back onto all fours. We're going to do the same thing we just did, except with the knees. So move your hands maybe a little closer together, just for more stability. And then, actually, I said that wrong. Move your hands maybe a little wider, move your knees closer. Okay, so the tendency on this one is for people to just shift their hips, but all I want you to do is to just barely lift your knee, or maybe even just take the weight off the knee. You don't even have to get it off the ground. Okay, and notice how this tends to engage those deeper pelvic muscles even more. Put it down and relax. Okay, other leg, slowly lift or just barely take the weight off. Deepen the core engagement and then relax. Okay, one more on each side, lift. Now on this is the one where we're not going to release when we put the knee down. So put your knee down, but keep your core engaged, keep it tight. 3, 2, 1, now relax. Okay, other side, lift the knee. Hold there, engage more. Now when you put it down, don't release. Try and engage even more. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, good job. Let's get off our wrists for a minute. So shake it out. And let's do this. Grab your blanket. And so typically when you fold it up, you'll have a long end and a short end. So take the long end, the long side, roll up the long side. Okay, so now it's nice and big and long. Okay, so the way this one works is we're gonna lay down on one side. We'll do both, so whatever. Actually, I think I'll tell you which side because then it's easier to give you directions. So lay on your right side. You're going to bring your left knee up on top. Here, I got to touch the computer before it turns off on me. Okay, left knee on top. So we're anchoring left knee and left ankle. Okay, so now right arm goes out to the side. Relax your head and neck, and left arm is straight up in the air. Now, keeping your leg anchored, you rotate your shoulders so that you end up maybe looking at the sky, and then you rotate back down. Okay, it doesn't have to be a big movement. And remember, we're not just moving arms, you're moving your shoulders. So left shoulder's moving towards the ground as right shoulder moves off the ground. Okay, let's do a couple more times. Push the left knee into your blanket. A pillow works for this too. Just something to prop your leg up on. Last one on this side. Actually, I lied. We're going to do one more, but we're going to pair it with breath. So take a big inhale here. And as you exhale, move into it and see if you get any deeper. My twist got bigger. And come back to the center. Okay, let's do the other side. There were also some pops. I don't know if any of you had some nice pops too. I got some. Okay, other side. Typically we have one way that has more mobility than the other, which is an asymmetry, and we want to try and correct it, but it is normal for you to have asymmetries. Okay, our left arm out, right arm up. Relax your head and your neck. Let's inhale here and exhale, twist. And then you inhale back to the center. Exhale, twist. Remember to anchor your right knee on your blanket or pillow. Let's do one more. Yeah, this side feels, maybe I'm just more loosened up, but this side feels more mobile. Okay, good job. Let's come back up. And we're gonna do some thoracic extension now with your blanket. Now you don't want it to be super wide, so just wrap it up nice and tight. Okay, and then we're gonna lay down so that the blanket is right in the middle of your shoulder blades. Okay, just so you're elevated through your thoracic spine. Okay, so we're gonna start with knees bent, and this is a mobility crunch, not an ab crunch, so we're not trying to engage the core. So what you do is you reach your shoulders, your head, your elbows back. Now when you do that, what tends to happen is your ribs want to pop up, so pull your ribs down. Keep your lower back pushing down, and then you curl up. So push your lower back down, keep it down. If your ribs pop up, then just re-engage and pull down. Okay, we'll do a few more like that. Because of course, if you let your ribs pop up, it means you can go further, but that's not the point. The point is to mobilize the thoracic spine. And if your ribs pop up, it means you're arching in your low back too much. And that's not where we want the movement. Okay, last one. Reach back. Now, if you want, you can release your head. If it's too far from the ground, you can grab a block or a pillow or something. Hopefully you have something close by if you need it. And then arms can go out, they can go up. This is quite a chest opener here if arms are up or wide. We'll take a few deep breaths. If you like, you can straighten your legs out here. Nico, lay down, buddy. Good boy. Okay, one more breath. And then bend your knees. And there's a couple ways to get up. You can either sit up or you can roll over and push yourself up, which that way is gonna be much less challenging, okay? All right, we're gonna do a little bit more deep core activation, and then we'll do a chest opener laying on the blanket, which is one of my favorites. Aren't you guys lucky? You get to do all my favorites. Okay, so on your back, we're gonna do the dead bugs, which we've done lots of times, but we're gonna keep doing it because it's such a good core exercise. So on your back, arms at your side. Okay, push your lower ribs into the ground and lift one leg. Doesn't matter which. Okay, so that your kneecap is over your hip joint. We don't want knee over belly. Then slowly lift the other leg up. This is a lot of work for the core. Okay? Now lower the same leg you just lifted and then lower the other leg. I should have told you which leg, but you can figure it out. Okay, so now we're gonna lift the other leg to start with. Push the lower ribs down and slowly lift that other leg. Keep pushing the ribs down, hold. 3, 2, 1. Lower one leg, and then the other leg. Okay, you've got 2 more each side of those. Go ahead and go at your own speed. Doesn't matter if you do them alternating or both at the same time, but remember to go slow. That's kind of the key on this one, is moving slowly and draw the belly in, not suck it in, but draw it down. And I know you just want to hold your breath, but you got to remember to breathe. Okay, did we get them all, or did I think I only did one each side. I don't think you're probably done yet either. I'll just give you a little bit more time. Because I get to talking, and then I forget to count. And then we either do maybe a few extra or maybe a few less. It's all good. Okay. So now, both knees come up, draw the belly down, and then if you feel comfortable with it, straighten your legs. If your hamstrings are saying, no thank you, I cannot keep my legs up there and straight, that's fine, keep them bent. Okay, arms straight up in the air. Now what we're gonna do is try and lift our chest straight up off the ground and then lower down. Okay, 2 or 3 more. Lift. And lower, lift, and it's totally normal to shake. Last one, and then relax it all down. Okay, take feet nice and wide, arms go out, and let's do our windshield wipers. Side to side. My dog is breathing right in my ear. No, I wasn't talking to you to have you come over. Lay down. Oh, Nico. Okay, let's do one more each side. Hold on this side.
You feel any better, Tammy? My dog's attacking me.
Yeah, he just wants a paw on me. Then go the other way. I am his favorite. Okay, I'll pet you. Okay, off Nico. You gotta get off, buddy. Okay, we're gonna take our blanket. Go lay down. Lay down. Take your blanket the long way, and then we're gonna sit right on the end of it. Stay there. Sit right on the end, and then lay back. Okay, so you want as much of your spine supported as possible, so head all the way down to hips. Okay, and then we're gonna take arms out to the sides with palms facing up. Now, if you're not getting much stretch in your chest here, Start to bend from the elbows, moving into cactus arms or goalpost arms. And we'll pause there just for some deep breaths. Now, one thing that's kind of nice here to lengthen out the hip flexors, take your feet wide and then straighten one leg out at like a 45-degree angle. If you want, you can do both legs at the same time, but I kind of like doing one at a time. But you can play around with it and see what feels good to you. Okay, if you're doing single leg, then let's switch it. We'll hold there for a few more seconds. And then either sit up or roll over and sit up. Whatever works best for you. Okay, I wanted to do one more thoracic rotation exercise, and then we'll finish up with some additional stretching. So put your blanket under your knees if you would like extra padding. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. And we're going to take the right hand and put it at the base of your neck so you can feel the big bone at the bottom of your neck. Now watch your elbow. Look at your elbow. Watch it as you rotate out to the side and reach towards the sky. Now, if you're not getting much movement, then sit your hips back a little bit and you should be able to get a little higher. Okay, let's do that, 2 or 3 more times. So just try and keep your weight equally distributed between your knees, so you're not shifting a whole lot of weight. And if it bothers you to watch your elbow like you feel cross-eyed, then just look at the direction your elbow's going. Okay, let's switch hands. Anchor the other hand. Look at your elbow or the direction it's going. Make sure you have neutral spine, and you've got 3 or 4 rotations. Remember, you can sit your hips back if you want to get a little more movement if it's feeling really tight. And release. All right, let's take a seat. You can sit on the ground or in your chair, wherever you're most comfortable to finish up. It is just great. Okay. So we're going to take arms out really wide, and then as you reach forward, one arm comes underneath and then grab and pull. Okay, again, open wide, and then reach under other side, grab and pull. Open wide. Now reach both arms around, and it's like a big bear hug. Just walk your fingers. See if you can even like grab your shoulder blades. And then drive your shoulders down away from your ears. Notice which arm's on top, because we're going to switch it. Open wide. And then switch the top arm. Drive the shoulders down. And then release the arms, so fingertips are on the floor out on the sides. And we're going to reach up and over, push into the left hand as you push your right sit bone down. And then we reach and we shift. So push into the right hand, left sit bone pushes down. You can just move at your own speed. Top arm, shoulder stays out of the ear. We always just want to bring our shoulder up towards our ears, but just avoid it. Okay, release the arms, and you guys are all done. Thanks for joining today.